Y'all could let James Harden spin y'all all y'all want to, but let me tell you this. He has everything to prove in this upcoming playoff run with the Philadelphia 76ers. What's going on, you guys? Peace, love, and happiness to the beautiful people. Now, James Harden, this is a huge playoffs for you. This is a huge playoffs for the Philadelphia 76ers because the Philadelphia 76ers have officially pushed all their chips into the middle of the table when they decided to make the move for James Harden. Now, granted, they brought him in and traded a player that wasn't even giving them any valuable minutes, a player that wouldn't even show up to the facility. So they pretty much traded him for nothing. Andre Drummond and Steph Curry. But that's beside the point. The point is, there have been sound bites coming out about James Harden saying he doesn't feel any pressure. You know, he's accomplished everything in his career. All he needs is a championship, and he doesn't feel any pressure. He doesn't feel any of that. He doesn't have anything to prove, right? But he knows that the only thing missing from his resume is a championship. And in my humble opinion, a championship is everything. Everything, because a championship symbolizes that you're capable of finishing a task. A championship symbolizes that you're capable of leading a team to the promised land. And the Philadelphia 76ers haven't been to the promised land in a long time. Let's be honest. We've been competitive. You know, we've had stretches where we were in no man's land, aka trusting the process, but we're here now. We have a guy in Joel Embiid who can potentially win the MVP award. Is an All NBA talent. We have James Harden who won an MVP award, an All NBA talent, a top 75 player, and there's talent around those guys. Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, you know, guys like that. And I have to tell you, there is pressure on James Harden. I don't care what he says. I don't care if he wants to accept it or not. There's pressure on him to perform at the highest level. Now, look, he hasn't really been the most efficient basketball player these past few weeks. He's been struggling. His shot really hasn't been falling, and he seems to be looking for the foul. When in reality, all he needs to do is just play ball, and the fouls will come. Keep shooting. The ball will drop. That's how I look at it. And they have the Toronto Raptors in this first round. This is going to be a tough series because the Toronto Raptors have essentially had our number all season long. They've won 3 games out of 4 in the series for the season. And we have to take advantage of every opportunity we have. This bracket, the way it's set up right now, with the Miami Heat potentially playing the Cavs or the Atlanta Hawks, with Boston starting their series with Brooklyn, with Milwaukee starting their series with Chicago. This playoff bracket couldn't have landed or been laid out any better than this. This is the easiest, the most beneficial path for the 76ers to get to an Eastern Conference Finals and potentially a championship run. This is the path. Everything has been given to us. Now it's time for James Harden and the likes of him to show up and show out. James Harden has to get back to being the James Harden of old, and that's putting up 25 plus points, double-digit assists. We need James Harden to turn it up. And I'm not sure if he's been coasting. I'm not sure if he's been taking it easy these past few weeks because he knows that the playoffs are nigh, and he wants to make sure he's at a full go for the playoffs. I don't know what it is. He's been in the slump, but he's about due to get out of that slump. He's trending in the right direction. Slumps don't last forever. Eventually, you get hot, and things just keep working for you. So there's a lot of pressure on the Philadelphia 76ers. There's a lot of pressure specifically on James Harden to make this work because of his narrative, or the narrative that the media has created around him. The narrative is that he ran out on OKC, which is not accurate. The narrative is that he ran out on Houston, which is technically not accurate. The narrative is he ran out on Brooklyn. Okay, you may have that one. But the bottom line is OKC didn't want to pay him. So they figured, you know what, let's trade him to get something in return. He goes to Houston. He spent 8, 9, 10 years in Houston balling, giving them nothing but MVP run seasons and playoff appearances and Western Conference Finals, and just constantly keeping that team afloat, keeping that team on the map. Then he goes to Brooklyn, where things really didn't coincide between him, KD, and Kyrie Irving. But you can't say he quit on Houston. He gave them 9, 10 years of his life, and they just couldn't get it done as an organization. It is what it is. You can't say he quit on OKC. They didn't want to pay him, and they traded him. But when you think about Brooklyn, you may have an argument. But this is his chance to change the narrative on his career. This is the chance for James Harden to completely rewrite his own history. But I want you guys to comment below and tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think James Harden has a chance to rewrite his entire career with a potential championship run this season? What does it take, or what will it take for James Harden to shake that demon that's been on his back, the demon that's been calling him a quitter? What will it take? I want you guys to comment below. How far do you guys think the Philadelphia 76ers can go in this upcoming playoff? Make sure you guys subscribe to the content, hit that notification bell, and it's straight like that, you guys. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.